Hey, Margot.
And me, comedian Margot Evans. Yay! Yes, we're back. We're back. Really do appreciate you guys. You're back. Your girls are back. Your girls are back. Welcome back to the Just Being Me podcast. Hey y'all, welcome to the Just Being Me podcast with your host, Miss Mary Mack. What's up? How you doing?
How you doing, Margot?
I'm doing good.
Glad to see you. Hi, Patrice.
Hey y'all, how are you?
Good.
We good.
We good. Good. Welcome back, everybody. We've been gone for the past 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I had to. Well, unfortunately, my mom passed away over the past 2 weeks, so that is the reason why we weren't here. But we went through the whole ceremony and everything, and that happened this past weekend. So we're back. Let me see. Oh, I have my quote. I have my thought of the day.
Okay.
If your absence doesn't bother them, your presence never meant anything to them.
Or matter. Amen.
Y'all hear that?
Amen.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
If your absence doesn't bother them, your presence never meant anything to them. Okay.
100%.
I like that. All right, we're going to jump right into the weekend review. What you do this weekend? All right, Miss Mary, you can remix your probably 3 weekends.
Oh, my goodness. Mark, I can't even begin.
Right. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Just pick the
I
good
told
stuff.
you I went to a vegan fest, right? I told you I went to a vegan fest. Did I tell you that?
No.
I went to a vegan fest in Orange County. That was great. I did that. Bought some things from there. Okay. What did I do this weekend? I saw you on Saturday. I did that with you. Sunday, I didn't do anything. I just kind of kicked back and relaxed. What did I do on Sunday? That's all I did. Oh, did my budget, things like that, and got mad over the interest rate and all that. Got mad. that shit hit for real.
Okay.
And I was talking about the interest rate, and then I'm just trying to figure out. I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, I'm paying you off, and I'm paying you off because I'm not giving y'all that extra money. I'm just not doing it.
I heard that.
I'm just not doing it. I refuse. These people done lost their mind.
Y'all done lost your mind.
They have lost their minds. But, that's what I did. And I just turned it all over to Jesus.
Okay.
Look, here, you take care of this because I can't.
Take the wheel, Jesus. Take
the wheel.
Please.
I'm telling you. I can't. I sit up here and be broke, but I'm paying you bitches off because I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm just, I'm good. But that's what I did this weekend.
What you do, Patrice?
Wow, 3 weeks?
Well, you could go that last week, whatever. Just give us a highlight of some stuff if you did anything.
Well, you know what? I drove up to Ojai a couple of weeks ago. That was a nice drive up the Pacific Coast Highway. We took Pacific. Oh my! Okay, it's a nice drive, but it's a long drive.
Heck yeah! I've been to Ojai before. That's a long drive.
That's a long drive up the one, but it was nice. It was a nice weekend. Last weekend, I don't think I did anything. Oh, I went to Fresno to buy a bus.
Did you get it?
And then, yeah, we went. She ended up buying it.
Oh,
I didn't purchase it because it wasn't tall enough for me.
okay, got
It
it.
was. My head was hitting the ceiling when I walked in. And I was like, "That's not gonna work." So she purchased it, and then there was a whole debacle that followed that. So she old, so I had to. I drove. Yeah. So and then I had to recuperate
Right.
on Sunday from dealing with her on Saturday. So I did absolutely nothing
Oh, I heard that.
on Sunday. So that was pretty much my weekend.
You know what? I forgot to tell you I made some pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin.
Mm.
It's pumpkin
Yeah, I did
season.
that with cranberries.
I taste your pumpkin bread is good. Yep, with some coffee.
It's good.
Yep, with some coffee.
I don't even want to hear it. I won't get none.
I used to bring all that little stuff into Margot. Margot, I made this year.
Yeah.
Margot, I made this year.
Ooh, so good.
Back in the day.
Yep, so good. Well, my weekend, we laid my mom to rest this weekend.
Beautiful service.
Thank you. She had a beautiful service. It went as expected. But it was. Thing is, my mom was sick. She had dementia. We just didn't know when the end would be. You know what I'm saying? So, it was the 23rd of September. So, yeah. We did that, and then Monday we did the burial. We didn't do the whole burial. Like, we didn't watch the body go into the ground. None of us wanted to see that part. So we just went there and made sure the right casket was in the place. It was somebody else. It wasn't Rufus' casket trying to get buried at my mama's home.
Margot, what are you talking about?
That happens.
I didn't want no other casket to show up. Be like, this is not the right casket.
Or how about your mama on top of Rufus?
Yeah, they didn't slip Rufus on top of my mama.
Ooh, don't say that.
You want a free ride, Rufus? Let me put you there. Like, for a small fee, we could throw Rufus in somebody else's casket. You can't visit him. His name won't be on there, but
He'll be down there with her.
he'll be down there with it. If you see the family come around, just walk off.
And your mama like, Papa, who this man is?
Ain't none of my damn husband. Get this fool off of me.
Oh my God. You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys got all that done.
Got all that done, said a prayer, and went out to eat and everything.
Okay.
I do have a rant, and I'm going to say it later on about this whole situation.
Okay.
Well, not about this whole situation. It's just family. I've talked about it before, a situation, but, let me tell you a highlight, though, because I ain't going to talk about that. So, the gangsters might be listening. Maybe I shouldn't say nothing. We was at the repast. We was at the repast. And
What happened was what?
What? No, you gonna say that for real?
What had happened was we was at the repast. Repast was beautiful. We went. It was almost time for us to go. It was about 4:30. Me and one of my sister friends had walked outside, and we hear pop, 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 pop. We thought fireworks. So we kept hearing pops. And I just turned around, and it was a shooting down the street where we actually see the guy get shot. I was like...
Oh, was that the one that was on 11th in Manchester?
Yep. We was right there.
Mm-hmm.
We was at Lavender Blue.
That's right there.
Right there. As soon as we turned around, the guy was coming down the he got away. He thought he did. And the guy was shooting at him as they was coming down to get in the cars and do whatever. Now, if the gangsters is listening, I didn't see nothing. Like I didn't see what kind
Wait a
of car
minute, how
he
you
had.
didn't see nothing, but you can say he coming down and they was popping out.
It was like a
I don't know who
movie.
he was.
I don't know who he was. I don't know what kind of car they got in. I don't know which way they went. I didn't talk to no police. I just was outside. I was like,
Wow.
oh my God. It was so like traumatic. I'm like, oh my God. And so my sister friend was like, come on, Margot, let's go back in. But when she was telling me to go back in, they were still shooting. I was like, no. I'm in the corner like this. I'm like, no, I'm in this little corner. I ain't moving. You go back in because I don't want him to see our big. We wore yellow, so they want to see my big ass yellow dress trying to move. I was a target.
Over there, yellow's moving.
Right.
What is that?
What is that? Big old sunshine. Get out of here. I'm not moving. You go ahead and run. I'm going to be in this corner. But it was crazy. That was crazy. I ain't never. Now I heard gunshots. I seen the aftermath of people being shot, but I ain't never witnessed the actual shooting going down. Like pow pow pow. The dude was trying to run down the hill, and here come the guy right behind him. Pow 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 pow. He rolling down the hill. He's still shooting while he on the ground. I'm watching all of this like it's the Wild Wild West. Like. Whoa.
In broad daylight.
Broad daylight. Broad daylight. I'm like, this is not real. It's not real. Yep, it was real.
But it's real. People are getting crazy and bold.
Yep. They said it was on the news. They said it was a targeted hit. So they shot 5 guys. 2 died. 1 was critical, which was probably the one that rolled down the hill, and then 2 died. So I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, it was on the news first thing that morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, Margot called me that night and she was telling me, she said, you sleeping? I'm like, no. Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you this. What?
Like where?
What? I was like, oh my God.
That is crazy. And the trip thing is that we was going to have my mom's repast. We went to this place on 74th and Western. We probably would have been safer on 74th and Western.
Saving the tape off except from the 74th and Western.
Right. I don't think we would have seen no shootout. Now, it was, graffiti on the wall, and it was like the place was nice. It actually was nice, but like my sister said, it wasn't for, like, that wasn't like my mom's vibe. Like, we couldn't do it there. It's like it wasn't a motorcycle club, but it's like a club. It's in the middle of the hood. It just wasn't my mom's vibe. If it was like a younger mother or something like that, yeah. But for her, it just wasn't her vibe. So we wasn't really feeling it. But we was feeling it for a party or something. It's a cool little spot, but not for a repast for our mom. Anyway, all right, y'all. Let's jump into let's talk about it. Okay, so Will and Jada are not living together. They've been not broke up. What is it? What is it, Mary? Because I can't.
They have been living apart.
They have been living apart for 7 years.
For 7 years. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, because I wouldn't be jumping out in front of a car for somebody that I ain't living with. I don't care. We don't live together. What? We don't live together.
That's still your wife, though. That's still your wife.
I don't care.
They still love each other. They just not living together and haven't been living together for 7 years. But they still.
You know what? That don't sound like a bad deal to me these days. I'm sorry.
That part.
It don't sound like it sounds. That sounds like a good arrangement to me these days.
The only problem I would have with that, I'm just telling you, Patrice, just follow me. Now, we don't need. I'm a Capricorn. We don't need to spend that extra money with you a whole new place over here, and then I'm over here. So
get you a tiny house in the back.
I agree with that part. I agree with that part.
Let's do this. You can have a West Wing. We'll get you an entrance door over there. You can pull up in the back and park your car back there. I got this side. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about seeing nobody. I ain't got to worry about seeing nobody. That's the way we live it. That way, we got one mortgage. Everybody doing whatever they want to do or whatever. We still married and we good. You understand what I'm saying? And that's okay. We good with that. But we don't have to worry about paying 2 mortgages, and we don't have to worry about the kids where they gonna go for Christmas and Thanksgiving either. You know, we gonna be together. You know what I mean? And then let's just work out the holidays together, and then everybody's good. If the kids want to do a vacation, we'll do a vacation. After that, we good. But we live in our separate lives, and that's okay. If they do not want to get divorced, but they want to, kind of live separately. We can live separately on the same property. They got that kind of money. They can live separately on the same property. But I don't want to pay 2 mortgages.
You're absolutely, honestly, for rich people, you're absolutely correct.
I don't have a problem with it. Trust me. I don't have a problem with that at all.
I knew a couple who bought a duplex and each one had their own duplex.
See, that's good too. Yep.
And they just had a common door between the 2 duplexes. And they would go in and out at their leisure.
No, you ain't going in and out.
Completely. They lived completely. I mean, they were still wholly together. They just lived separately. They liked their own space. These days, I don't know. I just.
But see, I don't mind doing that, but you're not gonna come and go as you please. See? You're not gonna walk in my shit when you want to. Okay, and I'm definitely not walking in yours. You know, we're gonna knock. Hey, I'll be over there in a minute. You know,
I knock it.
Okay,
no.
I'll be over at the door. I'm not walking up in your shit, and you ain't walking up in mine.
See, that's why. I'm not knocking.
I guess that's why it wouldn't work for me then.
I'm not knocking on nothing.
Walk up in your stuff.
I'm not knocking on nothing.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
I'm not walking in.
Who is she? Who is she, Harper?
Look, that ain't none of your business.
Who did say that ain't none of your business? That's your husband.
But I didn't say open marriage. Wait a minute, Mary. I didn't say open marriage.
They have an agreement going. They live separately. You live separately. They live in separately.
No, but you can see other people.
Okay, so let me clarify then. This couple that I know, they do not live openly. They just live separately.
Okay.
They don't live openly.
They have a common door. They have a common door like if you had
They have a common door. They just have their own space.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
No.
Living open. If you living openly, I'm single, damn it.
Yeah.
There's no living openly and no marriage for me. I'm single.
Okay.
And it ain't no jumping out the window for you because we not together. You over there.
We're not together.
Doing your thing and I'm doing mine. I'm gonna hesitate to jump up and slap Chris Rock because we don't even live together. I got another boo.
But I still love you. You're my wife. I'm
damn sure not gonna be separated from you for almost 10 years and say we still in love. Bullshit. But here is my thing.
It just really depends, you guys. It depends.
They rich. They can do stupid crap like that. But I'm saying,
stupid to who? Okay.
Okay. So here's my thing, and maybe it's not stupid, but she's an idiot. Because at the end of the day, she should have led with that. Right. This whole red table talk, this whole me and my husband in love and we love each other, we've been together, and then the whole August Asina thing, then the whole, you should have led with, we've been separated since 2016, because all that shit would have made sense.
Yeah, you're right. It would have made sense.
It just seems like, first of all, she talked too much, and
maybe Will told her not to mention them not living together. How do you know everything's her fault? How do you know that? Maybe Will told her, don't speak on that, Jada. I will come on your show, but you can't speak of us living apart.
Okay, I can agree with that. But then she put it in a whole damn book. A whole year later, she put it in a whole book.
Maybe she's like, Will, I'm tired of living this kind of life. And, you got me holding down to these situations and that situation or whatever and stuff like that. I'm just going to write my book and I'm just going to tell my truth.
I think she did all of that after they said.
We keep blaming Jada, but it takes two.
I'm blaming Jada. I'm not blaming Jada for how Jada ran her mouth, because ultimately Jada's responsible for what comes out of her mouth. What I'm saying is, I'm strictly talking about what came out of her mouth. her conversations, her willingness to talk about her affair, her willingness to go on TV talking about how she loved Tupac and all this other stuff. I'm talking about strictly her actions. I'm not talking about what they, because what you consent to in your bedroom is what you consent to in your bed. I really could care less. I'm actually tired of hearing your name, Jada. And I'm tired of
her. Okay, and what she consents to in their, whatever they consent to in their marriage is their business.
Correct. It's none of my business, and I really don't want to hear it. Mm-hmm. Especially when it's not consistent with what you're portraying. Your words and your actions are not matching. Right? So keep that shit to yourself. Like, nobody needs to know that. We didn't need to know you've been separated since 2016 because we already think y'all weird. Right? So nobody needed to know the obvious because I thought they weren't together a long time ago. But that's not my business. So come on. Because then when you scrutinize her, she want to get all sensitive. She want to do a red table talk when you scrutinize what she said. Shut your mouth and won't nobody have nothing to say about you.
You hear that, Jada?
I don't need to know about. Let's talk about your non-existent career. Let's talk about that. We can talk about that, but I don't want to talk about your marriage. I don't want to talk about your family because dysfunction runs rampant. And we need to protect that. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't know that struggles and shit exist. Yeah, you should know that. But don't put the pieces out you want people to know and then hide everything else because it don't make sense. If you're going to put your story out, put it out there. Mm-hmm. Your mama and your daughter on their table talk talking about how much y'all love the family and y'all ain't even a family.
He walking in like he live there. He don't live there. He ain't in another room like that.
And now I know why he be looking all weird. But he like, what you doing in my fucking house?
Right. Why are you here?
What you doing in my house?
Right.
I'm just saying that it's not solely Jada's fault, but I'm saying the stuff that comes out of her mouth and the context she does put out after the fact that don't have nothing to do with Will is her fault. That's all I'm saying, Mary.
Okay.
It takes two to tango, right? Mm-hmm. You know, I'm done because I'm done.
This is what I think. This is what I think. I think that they had issues before this stuff started. Jada start talking. I think they came to some agreements. I think Will have a lifestyle of his own. I think, and then they had a lifestyle together. I think Jada has went through a lot of shit with Will that we're not aware of. I think Jada has at times gotten tired. And then I think that Jada did have that entanglement or whatever. They were living together or whatever. But we don't know how much shit Jada swallowed. And she was told not to speak on it. Okay, and I think that maybe she just feels like, I'm just tired of living this lie sometimes. And sometimes she want to talk, and then there's some things he say that she can say, and maybe there's some things he don't want her to say. And maybe she's saying, I'm just tired of this crap all the time, or whatever. And now everything's coming back on me, and you're not getting none of it, and you're the one that's doing all this shit you just don't know about. The way they think we don't know about. But he has been known to be doing a lot of stuff. But because he's a golden boy, nobody goes in on him. They blame his wife for everything. So as far as I'm concerned, if she want to write a book because she got to let that shit off her chest because she's sick of it, that's her choice. And why is Will trying to hang her? Will can go and do the divorce. If he's so hurt and he's so tired or whatever, he can go do the divorce just like she can. It took to it in to marry, and all he got to do is come in here and say, well, I want a divorce at this point or whatever. Maybe he wasn't scared and he don't want a divorce because then there'll really be a tell-off. And remember, he's our golden boy. So we don't know really what's being hid. And we only getting bits and getting bits and pieces and stuff like that. We don't really know. But we blaming Jada because we love Will so much. And poor Will this and poor Will that. We don't know what the shit Will doing. and what Will has done. Because remember, when they were sitting on that couch and they were talking about her entanglement, she looked at him and said, "We don't want to go there with you." Remember she said that? Mm-hmm. He didn't say shit, did he? He's been known to be doing a whole bunch of stuff out there, and it ain't with a woman.
I knew you was going to eventually say that. I don't blame. I blame.
Okay, but what I'm saying to you is, we don't know. We always be so quick.
I get it
to get that woman to ridicule that woman, but you don't know what that woman has been through and what she has swallowed and what she said that she's not going to talk about or whatever and stuff like that. We don't know what Jada been through. Yeah, her and Pac had a good relationship and stuff like that. So what? He knew that coming in. It was his problem that he was jealous of Pac and a relationship, but it was a relationship before him. You know what I mean? So you go deal with that on somebody else's couch. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, she dealing with all your shit. You know what I mean? But everybody wants to throw Tupac up in her face and her entanglement. What about his shit? Well, nobody want to talk about that because they love Will's ass.
No, but she brought that entanglement up, and she
brought it up. She brought it up. Because you know what? Because she's letting us know, I'm not hiding my shit. I'm going to say it, okay? And I'm going to say this or whatever. So, because Homeboy was talking about it, maybe Will... The disclosures and stuff that he had his people signed, he ain't saying nothing, but she had to come. She had to come because Homeboy was out there talking because he fell in love.
Yeah, he was talking first, and she had to bring it out. I blame both of them. I
don't doubt any of that.
With his shit, Will had a better relationship with his shit. Yeah, that it didn't come out, so she had to address it.
I don't blame.
I don't doubt. I don't blame Jada though, Mary. I'm not necessarily blaming Jada. What I'm saying
I'm not saying that you blaming her and stuff like that.
Oh no, I get it. But
maybe she's tired of holding that stuff in, and maybe it's good for her to let that stuff out because maybe she's just a ticking time bomb, and she need to get some of this shit off her chest because she's tired of us pointing the finger at her because she's just Jada and he the golden boy, and he can do no wrong.
But actually, we had forgotten about all that shit. We had forgotten about it before the book came out. We ain't been talking about Jada. Jada's not trending.
Yeah, they've been talking Nobody's talking about her. Okay. They're still talking about Jada, and they still chilling. And everybody feels like he should have left Jada's ass a long time ago. They still talking about it. I see it on that channel. What's that drink channel? Where they be drinking and smoking weed on it. The drink channel, Revolt. Revolt. They be talking. Don't nobody want real with Jada. They be talking about Jada Ghetto.
They do be talking about Jada. They do talk about Jada.
Dirty boy that came up, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. That ain't even fair either. But that's the way they seeing it. Jada, well, she ain't for Will and stuff like that. But because they looking at Will in a different eye than they looking at that woman.
I always knew they had an alternative lifestyle. I've known that for years.
Look at their kids.
Yep. That's nothing hidden. And I also knew he had an alternative lifestyle because I knew that from his first wife. Yep. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I can imagine that they've gone through some shit. I can imagine that. I don't doubt it. Mm-hmm. I think for me, the nuggets here and there, like we've been dealing with this whole like entanglement. I didn't want to get married. Red table talk since 2020, and it's now 2024. My thing is, if you're gonna drop nuggets the way you're gonna drop them, my thing is drop them in sequence. Number one, correct sequence. Don't tell me 5 years later y'all ain't been together for 12 years. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Mary.
I got you, bro. I got you. But what I'm saying is, maybe she's only capable of dropping the nuggets. Maybe that's all she's capable of doing right now.
Well, now we got everything. I don't want to hear nothing else about it.
You ain't got everything yet because you ain't read the book.
I ain't reading that shit.
I'm a book reader.
Oh, you can break it down for it. Oh, you ain't gonna read it?
Heck no, I ain't buying and reading that. Because you know what? I don't care that much about it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't care that much about it to keep hearing it is what I'm saying. I think that's what I am saying.
I just thought it would be a great topic for us to talk about.
It was a great topic for us to talk about.
It was a great topic.
All right.
Because I think here's another point. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here a little bit, maybe.
Okay. Go ahead.
What I also don't like about a lot of people is that they don't want to talk about real life struggles and real life situations and real family issues because that is real. Whether it's an alternative lifestyle or not, that is still very real.
Right.
I can appreciate you telling your story in a way where it makes damn sense. Not you chopping it up and screwing it over, right? This is the chop and screw version. We in Houston right now, right? So I'm saying let's tell the story and tell the story because you don't know who you can help and who you can assist if you gonna tell it. And I think ultimately that's if you're gonna tell the story, tell it, get it out, help somebody else. I don't care what because ultimately at the end of the day, we can't tell you what to do with your marriage and who to do it with, right?
We got a new book coming out too. What's his name? Hugh Huffman. What's his name? Is that his name? Huffman.
Hugh.
He's an actor.
Wolverine.
Yes, girl. Hugh Huffman. Ain't together no more. The book coming. Everybody said he lived a different lifestyle too. Everybody knew it. Book coming out.
But see, I don't want a book coming out to expose that you gay. I don't need that.
We don't know what it's exposing. We haven't read it yet. But
I'm talking about Will and Jada is really what I'm talking about. Because I don't know what him... But I don't need the book coming out to tell all your business of your alternative and your opposite sex or same sex.
Maybe that's the only way they won't tell.
I don't care. Like, okay, I'm not a huge reader, so I'm not going to read the book anyway. But like Patrice said... Drop your nuggets in sequence. If I care, I want to know the rundown like that. Like, tell me, okay, boom.
But see, this is what I want to tell you guys. Let's just say, for instance, Jada's working through something and she's going through therapy. This is my mindset. Let's say she's going through therapy and she want to work on some things or whatever. So her therapist, and Patrice, you probably can relate to this, her therapist gives her assignments to do. So she think about the assignments and she may talk it over with Will. And Will will sit down and say, yeah, you probably would need to work on that. But, okay, well, you can say this, but please don't say that right now. I'm not ready. You can say this and don't say that right now. You know what I mean? We don't know what the situation is and why she is dropping the nuggets the way that she's dropping them or whatever. Maybe she really needs to open up and dropping these things to be a better person herself because they're really bothering her and they're really, they're bothering the marriage and everything. But remember, it's not just Will and Jada. They got other people that's telling them what to do. They're puppets. Don't do that. If you do that, this is going to happen. You don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. So they got other forces too, telling them what they can and what they can't do at certain times in their careers.
But do they have to drop the puppet?
You guys should divorce. Don't divorce. Whatever you guys do. Don't do this. Don't do this. They got other people. They got attorneys. They got all other people in their lives telling them what they should and what they shouldn't do. And okay, well, you can say this, but don't say that, and don't say this, and don't do that. We don't know what the circumstances are about the way that we're getting this information. We don't know what the circumstances are. And the thing is that we're not in their lives. We don't know what's happening. But maybe she really needs to, maybe she's going through the therapy and maybe, this is her way of opening up and trying to say stuff that's been stuck in there. And she's just trying to release as much as she can. And what they're allowing her to release is something that she's trying to do to work on herself. You know what I mean? And things, all this probably is probably showing up different in the real world, in their world, than what we're really seeing it, what's really behind the scenes.
Well, they need to do, in my opinion, they need to do that privately. And then once they figure out what they want the world to know, they let us know. Because I don't want to be in your mishmash.
Maybe she's so tired of doing things privately. She wrote the book and said, you know what? I'm telling it all. And the shit either going to sink, we're going to get a divorce, whatever we're going to do, but I'm tired.
That's true. It's like you had Red Table Talk and you talked about all the shit. And now you want to go and talk something else. Like,
Well, we don't know what's in that book.
Much. To me, it's too much. I like, get your shit together. If you want to put it in the book, put it in the book. But let's gather our thoughts. Let's figure out what we gonna do, what we gonna say, and then we gonna put that book out, and we not gonna tell a little here and tell a little there.
No, it's not a we book. It's a her.
her. And I'm gonna tell a little here. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on with Hoda and them and tell something. I'm gonna go over here and tell something. Let's go over here, and then I want you to read the book and find out more about this and do this. No, gather your fucking thoughts, lady, and tell it all in the fucking book if that's what you will need to do.
But Mary, you also know that a lot of times when these actors and actresses write books and stuff, it is for publicity and clout.
Yeah.
And so my thing is with her, and again, this is strictly her. It's hard to connect with you because
I read the book. No, wait a minute. Hold on. I don't think Taraji's book was about clout.
No. What I mean by when you write scandal books, or when you write books to follow up on, you cheating and all this other stuff, when those usually are coming out because now it's all out, the shit done hit the fan, everybody run and tell their story, and a lot of times it's for selling books. It's for getting that money, basically. It's for getting that money.
You know, Kerry Washington got a good book coming out too. Her Daddy Ain't Her Daddy. And listen, what's that one that's married to the football player? What's his name? Basketball player? You know her name. What's her name?
Who?
A black girl.
Basketball player.
He's not a basketball player anymore. And his little son now is trans.
Oh, Wade. Not Wade.
Wait. Wade's wife. What's her name? Gabrielle.
He
got a book too. Gab got a book. Gabby got a book. Taraji. Who else got a book? A lot of people got a book, and they're just telling their stories.
I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying. I think Gabriella's book.
They're out there letting things out. We don't know what is going to be in Jada's book. I'm just saying that they're talking about that right now because she said that they have been living apart for 7 years. That is something that's in her book. That's one thing that's in her book. That's all it said so far, but that was one thing in her book. So you do have to say something or whatever to get sales in the book or whatever. We don't know what else the book is about. We don't know if she's trashing Will. We don't know what it's about. But that's in the book.
She's saying, so she was on Today with Hoda. And she said,
Okay.
I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise. Which is fine. But I don't care. I don't care. Live your life. It's just like too much stuff. I don't care about your private stuff. Like, work through your shit. And we don't care. You an actress. He's an actor. Act. That's all I care about. I don't care about your personal blah, blah, blah. Like, it's too much.
Not at this point for me, because you can't hold my attention. You're not holding my attention with your bullshit. Like, you had sex with August Alsina, got it. You never wanted to get married, got it. So it don't surprise me that you've been separated since 2016. Like, all of the stuff, you honestly could have just said that, and that probably would have shocked me more in the moment than all the shit you actually did say. Is all I'm saying.
Go ahead.
And if the book is good, the book is good, and it's probably a bestseller. I ain't buying it because I'm not interested. I was probably never really interested in Jada to begin with. I like her as an actress.
I like Jada as an actress.
But I don't think I want to read. I don't want to read her life story because she done told it already on Table Talk. So she done told her life story already. I don't want to read that. I watched it on Red Table Talk. I'm good. That's too much invested for me because that ain't making me no money.
No,
that ain't making me no money.
I like Jada too as an actress, and I do respect her when she went and talked about her entanglement because August. She didn't talk about that because she wanted to. She talked about the entanglement because August started running his damn mouth about something. And then so she just had to come back and be like, all right, we want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. And she told it. I appreciate that from her. But all this like Will and Jada, even him, Will, Jada, and it's more Jada, because Jada's the one that's talking. You don't hear Will talking. But it's him too. It's both of them. Both of them need to shut up about their private life and act. Just act.
So here's my gag. Y'all can't fucking cheat in private no more and nobody find out. When was the days where people was cheating for 40 and 50 years and nobody ever knew? Like, what the hell is going on? People these days, shut your mouth.
You got to get the right partner.
Right.
You gotta get the right partner. I would take that to my grave.
You gotta get the right.
You will never ever hear nothing. I would take that to my grave.
That's that damn August got to be flipping his flaps because he fell in love. Got some of that good and was like, oh, let me tell. Shut up.
Put it on him. Put it on him.
Put him on him.
And that's because you don't. And my thing is, people don't know their place these days. You not the husband. How dare you think that it's okay to come on national TV running your mouth?
Yeah, about
back
me.
In the day, somebody would have shot your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like back in the old days, the husband would have been there to deal with you.
Yeah.
So y'all need to shut up.
But he knew what it was. He knew the combination of their relationship. He knew what Jada was over here, Will was over here. He knew they talked about it. He knew. But he thought, do, young boy, I'm gonna say something about it and try to blow her out the water. And she turned around, was like, turned it back around on him. Was like, oh, I'm gonna tell it how it is, and I'm gonna bring Will on here and tell him how it is. So all my shit is out. I don't know what you talking about, but
I'm just always amazed at how many damn affairs that people be running their mouth about.
It's too much.
And I'm not a cheater, okay?
I'm not a cheater.
I'm gonna preface it by saying I'm not a cheater, okay? But when I did cheat, nobody ever found out.
Right.
Like, what the hell? Who we telling? What we telling?
Why we telling?
Like, who is? What's the point? What's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? Who we running our mouths to?
And why?
What? Come on, y'all is way too comfortable. You way too familiar. Number one, y'all way too familiar with each other. Well, there are affairs I don't even want to know. I don't want to know about your affair.
And the bottom line, if there wasn't no pillow talking, it wouldn't be nothing to take. Because they wouldn't know nothing. They wouldn't know anything.
Right. Yeah,
and maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing. When I cheat, I wasn't talking about my man. I'm not here to talk about him. I'm here to talk about you.
Right. What's going down with us? We ain't here to be chitting and chatting. We here to get
And see, that's the thing. Women have a tendency to be a little bit more smart.
Yeah.
They tend to be a little bit more smart. Well, you know what? I don't want to discuss that. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about me.
The less they know, the better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a cheater, really.
So I say all that to say because after 10 years, okay, this is not with my ex-husband, by the way. This is somebody else. After that 10-year relationship, I said to the guy, I said, did you ever? He said, you never cheated on me. I said, oh, I didn't. He was like, no, you're not supposed to know that. You aren't supposed to walk away with, damn, she was so faithful to me. It just didn't work out because we're not compatible.
Don't tarnish your crown. I've always been told that.
Right.
You crazy as hell.
You crazy.
Uh-huh.
All right, y'all.
But let's just wish them well. And, I was never a Jada fan, nor was I ever a Will's fan. I don't even watch Will's movies. I never did. I didn't never care about that. But I just wish them well, and I wish her luck on her book sales and everything like that. And I'm glad she wrote a book.
Yep. We'll hear about it. We'll get the cliff notes. We'll get the cliff notes of the book and see what it's about.
Congratulations on the book, because any black literature is a accomplishment, right? So we'll do that. Any black literature, and I mean that sincerely. Any black literature is an accomplishment.
Yeah, we'll give her that.
I just hope this is everything, Jada.
Please,
don't you come out with a part 2? Don't you come out with a part 3? Because I'm gonna come to your house and knock on your door.
Put it all.
And we're gonna get the crib notes, and we're gonna make this into a Lifetime movie and keep it pushing.
I heard that Oprah and Stephen don't live together either.
But they ain't married. You know what?
I never did think they lived together.
Me either. I didn't think that they lived together.
Oh, you did?
I didn't.
Because she weird. She a weirdo. I never thought they lived together.
I didn't think they did.
I knew she was supporting him, but I never would put them in the same house.
You know, Stephen a millionaire, right?
Yeah, Stephen got money.
Stephen got money.
No, he got money, but he ain't got billions.
I know, but he don't need. He
don't need her money.
But yeah, when she met him, Stephen, he's a millionaire and still a millionaire.
Yeah, what's that? He didn't need her money. That's why. What's her
arrangement? They have an arrangement. Oh, when she needs him, he's there. When she needs him traveling with her and needs her, when she needs him or whatever, he's there. He's like that dude for her. Period. Stephen,
now that's the relationship you need to model after.
Yeah,
Stephen just show up and be quiet.
Yep,
that's all. Stephen don't have to open his mouth. He just hang out with Oprah. We good.
Yep,
that's it.
That's good. That's perfect.
I like those kind of relationships.
Yeah. That's perfect. That is perfect.
No problem at all.
We'll take notes. Jeez. Shut up. That's all I'm saying.
That would have been established in the beginning.
Yep. Exactly. And look how long they've been together. A long time. So I have a rant. I just have a quick rant about family after dealing with
So this has been the family episode.
This has definitely been a family episode. After dealing with what
sorry about your mom, Margot.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
I know you heard that from us and everything. But hey, I just want to say it. Hey, accept our.
We love you and we love the family and
we loved your mom and I love the quilts and everything. And I'm just saying she was a beautiful lady from the time that I met her. And please accept our condolences.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to preference this with Jermaine's Aunt Tommy, my Aunt Tommy. She sent this beautiful. She got this thing made as a card, and it's called the.
Lord, you need to take it back a little bit.
Passionate.
Oh, there you go. Okay, in loving memory. Okay.
Passionate spiritual gift, and I'm gonna read this little poem in here. It's like she brought me a private note in there, but it's like a book, and it says, little scriptures in here, and then in the back it has passionate spiritual enrollment. Lord Jesus, in your mercy, received into your loving hands the soul of Miss Lenova Bryant, who will share perpetually in the daily masses, prayers, sacrifices, and good works of the Passionists of Holy Christ Providence. Enrollment requested by Tommy and Lewis, and they signed it in the back.
Oh, beautiful.
But there is a poem in here that was so beautiful. Okay, so it says, it's in Ecclesiastes. Is that how? Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiastes.
3. Okay. For everything there is a reason, and the time for every matter under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck.
Okay.
Pluck up what is planted. A time to kill, a time to heal. A time to break down, a time to build up. A time to weep, a time to laugh. A time to mourn, a time to dance. A time to throw away stones, a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. A time to seek, a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to throw away. A time to tear, a time to sow. A time to keep silent, a time to speak. A time to love, a time to hate. A time to war, and a time for peace.
Right.
And my rant, and I'm glad my husband had just brought me this over here to read it, but and it kind of ties into my rant. There's a time for everything. There is definitely a time for everything. I've talked about this on a previous podcast where I'll talk about my family and, you know, I have got into it with my auntie and all that. So when my mom passed away, my family member, not my aunt, I'm just going to say my cousin, just fuck it. Because I told you guys, I cussed my auntie out. She said some stuff about my mom at the time. My mom was really sick, and she made some comments that pissed me and my sister off, and all I seen was red. And I called her. She didn't answer the phone. I left a very bad message. Her son called me 5 months later, and, you know, he was like, well, you know, he didn't appreciate the things that I said to his mother, which is okay. I understand that. But we didn't appreciate what your mom said to us. But, you know, it is what it is. That's your
about
mom.
Our mother.
That's
about our mother.
About our mother. Right. It's not about me. It's not about... And my mom was sick at that time. So, he told me that he was going... Because it was recorded, he was going to send that amongst the family. Fine. I told him, you could do what you want to do. Send it amongst the family. I told him to put it on 92.3 and let them air it. I don't give a what you do with it. Because at the time, that's what I meant. I meant what I said when I said it. Was it wrong? Yes, it was wrong. And when I could take a breath and worry about my mother, I will apologize to my auntie because it was wrong. That is my auntie. You know, she is my elder. So no, I shouldn't have said that. But he went on and said some other things to me I didn't appreciate. And I was like, F you. I ended up apologizing to my auntie, and we was cool. We're good. All right. So, like I said, my mom passed away on September 23rd. My husband, and actually we were at another cousin's wedding that same day. And so my husband, and he was there. My other cousin was there. My husband pulled him to the side and said, hey, you guys are cousins. You guys should have a conversation, you know, and kind of like squash this, blah, 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 blah. He decided not to do that. And I'm not going on all detail. But he decided not to do that.
The cousin decided not to do that.
Not to do that after he spoke to my husband. But he did tell my husband that I do have a tape of what my cousin sent to my mother. And I'm going to send that to you because you need to hear it. And my husband like, nah, you know, like she already told me you ain't need to send nothing.
I already know about it. My wife has told me.
She told me. And then you tell me what you think. Jermaine was like, okay, whatever. He came in. He was uptight the whole time. He didn't speak, which is fine. I didn't expect for him to speak. I was having a great time. Then my mom, you know, my dad called because my mom was not doing well. So he said, I think you guys need to come home. So my sister went and told her brothers and sisters, her brother and sister.
Your mom's brothers and sisters.
Yeah, that she's not doing well, and we were about to leave. So we leave. Everything happened. A couple of days later, he sends that message to my little cousin. He said, he said, I'm sorry that I was really uptight at the wedding, but Margot was making me upset. So I was making him upset at the wedding, I guess. I don't know.
Because you were there?
Yeah, because I was there, and because I said I cussed his mother out, and then he gave him the snippet of the recording. So my cousin texted me right away, and he was like, he on some other bullshit. Like, we got bigger things that's happening right now. Why is he sending me this? He said, I didn't even respond. Old message from 10 months ago.
Old message.
So my cousin, she sent it to me. He said, I don't care. You know, I'm not listening to that. I don't care. We on some other stuff right now. You know, my mom just passed away. A time for everything. If you wanted to send that to anybody, I don't care. Why do you have to do it right now when you know my mom just passed away? Why would you have to do that right now? But it's fine. You do whatever the hell you want to do. If you want to send it, that's what you do. But he ended up sending it to my husband, the message to my husband, after he knows that my mom passed away. So he sent it to my husband. I said,
oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm like, why would he do that?
My husband didn't already know.
He already knew. And my husband told him that my mom had passed away. He scrolled past it. He didn't even see that he had sent that message. until a couple of days later where he read it and he said, I'm a man of my word. I said that I was going to send it to you, so here you go. A man of your word. There's a time for everything, dude. Why would you send that to my husband? But it's okay. I was like, let me hear it, because I forgot what I said, because I was seeing red when I heard it anyway.
Yeah, let me hear it so I can remember, because now I'm going to call him and actually regurgitate what I said and then add some shit to it.
Yeah, and I'm going to mean it.
That's what I would do. I'm going to say this because he ain't my family. I'm going to say this, and I hope he hears this one day. That's some fuckboy shit.
Yeah.
You know what? I would call and say, "Can I speak to your wife?"
Right.
And I would cuss her out exactly what I said to the mama.
Right. That she married a bitch.
Yeah. A bitch ass nigga, a band boy. That's what he is.
Because let me tell you what your boy did.
Yeah.
And then let her know and say, you know what, but that's on you. Y'all work that out.
Y'all deal with that.
But you know what? The day he showed up to that funeral, I would have escorted his ass out.
You know what? Okay, so here we go. So we got the message, and so I was pissed off. I called my sister. We like, oh, we gonna take him off as a pallbearer, this, or whatever. And then we talked to our big uncle, and then he was like, you know, that's only the devil trying to mess up the family, blah 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 blah. Blah. Here we go. So I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. I understand. I said, I understand what you're telling me, but in the flesh, I'm pissed off about it. Like, I understand we need to be godly, we need to be up here. I said, but
we spiritual beings, but we having these human experiences here.
There you go. Right here.
We're having them here.
I'm pissed off.
And he didn't think he was the devil when he was sitting in that video.
No.
He thought he was self-righteous. He thought he was righteous to the core.
He thought he was the one doing something.
And look, he wasn't thinking about that when he was saying he didn't enjoy himself and he was uptight at the wedding because Margot was there.
Right.
People be giving the devil too much credit. Yeah. That ain't the devil. That's you.
That's you. That's you.
That's just you.
Yeah.
That's just you.
So we talked about it. And me and my sister was like, you know what? Because she didn't need a pallbearer anyway. She didn't need nobody to carry her because we went on Monday. So like, all right, she don't have to touch the casket. I'm gonna let him give, because this is not between my mother and him. That's his auntie. I'm gonna give him that much to where he can honor his auntie and be on his way.
And that was big of you. That's right. That's right.
Because it ain't about that part. Ain't about me. We got something else going. So that's fine. Right. So they get there, and I see him come. I see his family. They stood over there. I'm good at making people invisible. I didn't pay attention to them. I'm like, all right, cool. They here. Cool. If the other people in his family want to come and say something to me, they can. But I'm not walking over there.
There you go.
So I walked over I seen my auntie and my cousin, my girl cousin, which is his sister. And so I'm like, okay, well, I haven't spoken to her since all of this. And I've been saying I've been wanting to call her just to tell her, you know.
Just to apologize.
Yeah. You know, apologize to your mom, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't get a chance to do it, whatever. So I walk over there, and she said, I'm like, hey, cousin. And then she said, she went, hey. Ooh. Okay, I feel a way. I feel a vibe. But I gotta hold you.
Why even come?
Right, you should have just stayed.
If you are going to engage in evilness, and that's why I'm saying that's not the devil. That's just who they are.
It's just who you are. It's just who you
because
are.
If I'm that uncomfortable,
I'm not coming.
I'm
not wasting that energy.
No, I'm not. No. I don't want to see you.
I'm not wasting.
I will mourn my auntie in my heart because I don't want to be involved because I know that I might pop off. So I'm not going to go.
Well, I will sit all the way in the back and leave and not have anybody know I've done that.
Yeah.
Gone to funerals and sat all the way in the back.
Yep.
Right? And left.
And be gone. You didn't even know you were there.
It is. But you know, death brings out
nastiness.
Oh, death brings out such nastiness with people.
Yep. Nasty.
Such nasty.
So the auntie,
such nasty.
The auntie, so as I'm taking in her saying, hey, my auntie is standing there and she's like, hey, hi, hello, like that. I'm like, what? Okay, both of y'all, I can't. So she's saying it like I'm not saying hello to her, but look how your daughter just said hi to me. She was like, hey, and I'm like staring at her like, wow, but she ain't looking at me. She looking down, messing with her jacket. So I'm like, and then as I'm could get a breath to say hello to my auntie, she's like, hey, hi, hello, looking crazy. I'm like, hey, auntie. And then it was just quiet. So I took both of them. I hugged them like this. I stepped back, and it was nothing. I turned around. I walked away. I didn't say nothing. Turned around.
That's right.
I walked away. I was like,
that's right.
Fuck it.
Good girl.
I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that. And
good girl.
The last memory of you, and that you were the bigger person in that whole encounter right there.
Yep.
I'm glad you did that.
Yep. I was like, I'm not. This is not the purpose. This is not the time. Here we go with time again. This is not the time for this. Just like Patrice just said, if you had that much, you shouldn't have came. You should not have came. But okay, you there. So we go in. You know, I went and told my sister. I was like, told her what happened. She was like, all right, you go. I said, I'm good. I'm good. I said, because it ain't about them. They want to be nasty. They want to be nasty. My Barbie shirt. Thank you.
I would love to have one of them, but I want my Barbie to be Whitney Houston.
Oh, okay, Whitney Houston Barbie.
Wouldn't that be
Who's the Barbie on the show?
It's just black Barbie. It's just 3 black Barbies.
Well, I got a story for y'all.
Wait, let me finish my story.
Margot, you finish? Let Margot finish, and then you tell your story, Patrice. Go ahead, Mark.
So, we, service is great, whatever. And did you notice I had got up and hugged everybody that had came off the stage, right?
Yes, I did. I saw that.
So
yes,
that was not uncontrollably, but the first person came, I hugged, and it just was. So I felt like that was my mom saying thank you.
Exactly.
And
that was the right thing to do. Every time they came out that podium, you hugged.
I gave him a hug. So I hugged my auntie. My auntie went up there. I gave her a hug,
yes.
And that was the one that told the story about the mirror that busted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the auntie. So right. I was I said, okay, I didn't think nothing of it. I'ma still give you a hug. And that had already happened in the parking lot. But I still gave you a hug because I could have been like, fuck you, bitch. I ain't gonna hug you. I'll hug you outside. And it was kind of weird. But I hugged her. And then my cousin, the one that ain't talking to me, his wife went up there.
She sure did.
And I hugged her too. I hugged her when she came out.
And what she said about your mom, honey, was beautiful.
Yes. So I gave her a hug. So now they going around and whatever. And, his kids came. They gave me a hug. One of them kind of walked away. I was like, okay. But she came to the repast. She gave me a hug. So it wasn't, everything is all good. Everybody. So here he come. And I see him right here. And I'm like, I know he not going to hug me. It was a song playing. I just started singing the song. Didn't look at him. And he went on and he kept walking. I was like, cool.
He just want to be seen.
Cool. Mm-hmm. You're
it seems
great.
like he likes attention.
Mm-hmm. My sister said he gave her a halfway hug. He did give my dad a hug. I was like, that's cool. That's great. They didn't come to enough. Yeah, they didn't come to the repast. So we found out the day before that they was gonna have their repast at the Sizzler. Cool.
I didn't want to have a repast for my mama. How the hell you gonna organize your own repast?
You have your repast. You could have had your funeral. You could have had your funeral at your house. How about that? You could have put a shrine up, a picture, or whatever. You could have just stayed there and did it.
Right on the dining room table.
Yeah, you could have did that.
People have the nerve, the unamid gall to just say, "I'm gonna have my repast at the." You got a daughter. You not a stepdaughter, stepson. You not a second husband. You got wait a minute. You ain't a side baby daddy. You ain't
none
a side chick. You the damn nephew.
You the nephew and the sister.
And say I'm gonna have my sister, and you got the audacity to say I'm gonna have a separate
repast at the Sizzler.
Oh,
keep on pushing, homie.
At the Sizzler.
Go ahead, enjoy yourself. I hope you enjoy the birthday steaks that they cook at the
oh gosh.
Because I was like, oh, okay, well that's fine, and whoever want to go with them and be with them, that's fine too. It's a time for everything, and I'm at the point where, unfortunately, my mom was the tie that binded us, as far as, yes, we're their blood, relatives or whatever, but she was that tie. So the only time I seen my cousin or talked to my cousin anyway was during holidays. If they came. So it's not hurting me to not talk to you or see you. It's not going to ever make me uptight to be in your presence. But
yeah, because you're not going to miss anything.
Nothing at all. Ooh, you scared me.
That's totally understandable. You know,
Yeah.
And the bottom line is the focus should have been on you and your sister and your father for the simple fact that you guys have lost a loved one. It wasn't about your mom's sister or, you know, her weird ass son. You know what I mean? And he should have been able to push all that aside due to the fact that his cousins have lost their mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that should have been the focus.
Yeah, that's it.
Period. You know, the focus. That should have been the focus. And then, if we would
that just tell you they ain't got no home training, Mary. That just tell you that they really don't have no home training.
You know what? I remember he should have been thinking all those good things and those kind of good, great conversations that his auntie had with him and cherish those moments at that time, the memories and stuff like that, instead of worrying about some old funky message when your mama's still breathing.
Yeah, your mama's still breathing, and I've already apologized to your mother. It ain't like we holding a grudge or nothing like that.
Okay, so your mama got a nasty mouth too.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the things that she said to her niece and about her own sister?
Yeah.
Man, don't come at me with that.
Yep.
Don't come at me with that.
Exactly. And then so to put the cherry on this right here, my mom's cousin has been here, the one that we acknowledge. She has been by my mom's side. Yes. She's been by my mom's side the whole time. Not her sister, not her brothers, none of them. They came by sporadically, but not enough. I could count on maybe 3 fingers as many times as they've been over here and seen my mama while she was sick. Okay. So she has taken care of my mom whenever we needed her to be here. If none of us could be here, she was here. She took care of my mom. So on that Monday where we buried my mom, or we were there for the burial, none of her siblings were there. Nobody showed up. No.
Now, where'd you bury at Inglewood?
At Inglewood. Okay. Inglewood Cemetery. Only people was there was me, my sister, my dad, my husband, my niece,
the grandkids,
my other sister, and Pam.
That's all you needed, Margot.
That's all we needed. I ain't worried about that. But listen, here's the kicker. While we're there, the auntie sends a message to Pam saying, I done had 74 years. That is my sister. I done had 74 years with her, and I have way more memories, pretty much. More memories than you would ever have of my sister, pretty much.
What?
Yes. A long text. And she said, this is what she said, it was so long, I let my daughter read it, and I read it twice, and she said, so what I got out of it was that she been with her for 74 years, and she got more memories than I do, and that's her sister. I was like,
what does that have to do with the price of rice in China? What is she talking about?
What?
You feeling guilty because she
Okay, that goes back to home training. That goes back to what I said about
guilty because she wasn't there for her mama, for her sister, and she mad because Pam, the cousin, was there for your mama, which she should have been.
Yep. Exactly.
That's why she mad.
Exactly.
Ooh, wait.
And she's sitting there that.
74 years. If you had 74 years, baby, you should have been there.
You should have been
there.
You should have been right.
You should have been at everything. You should have been at everything.
Well, her family got issues.
Yeah, they got serious issues.
My Lord.
You weren't even there. And it's Wednesday. None of them have called us. Period.
To say how you doing?
How you doing?
Some dinner over there or
nothing.
Ain't nobody brought no food over. Nope. Ain't nobody said, hey, boo, hi, nothing.
Nope.
Ain't nobody saying how your dad doing.
Nope. Nothing. My dad's side of the family has reached out. Jermaine's aunties have reached out to me, making sure that I was okay. Friends and family, they've reached out asking, is your family okay? Everybody okay? Nothing.
Right.
Nothing from them. So like I said, my mom was the tie that bonded for me. Bonded us, and for me, I'm good. I don't want to go to no function. Don't call me. I'm not going. I don't care. Sorry, Nari. I'm good. I'm good.
Baby. And you good.
Yeah.
You good? I swear you good.
I'm so good.
And you gonna be okay.
And I'm okay. And I am okay.
And their ignorance. That is just ridiculous.
It is. I am okay.
Even his wife got up there and said some beautiful things about how your mother used to approach her all the time and tell her how beautiful she was, and all those things that made that quilt for her. And she said it was so beautiful, and she just wanted to keep it. And she said that when she just sat down and prayed, she always grabbed that quilt and just wrapped it around.
Yep.
You know, because she was going through some stuff with that kind of husband. I bet you were.
Yeah, you probably still going through.
Look, Margot, when she was telling that story, girl, I was sitting there feeling sorry for her. I'm like, damn. I'm glad you got that quilt.
You said, damn.
I was telling my sister, I said, oh, I need to go up there because I got 2 quilts, and maybe I need to say how Margot mother used to always say how pretty I was every time she see me. My sister said, you ain't going up there.
She's like, I got 2 quilts.
I got 2 quilts to your one, right. And she loved me more. Right. That's what she should have said.
She told me I was pretty too.
Okay.
My sister said, you ain't going up there and saying that.
I was like, so it's just all about timing.
His wife spoke beautifully of your mother. They ought to take a page from her note.
Yeah. Yeah. She did, and I gave her a hug, and I'm like, all right, I'm cool.
She did a wonderful job.
The kids came to the repast, like my little cousins. They came to the repast, and I was surprised because I knew they were supposed to be going to Sizzler. So I guess they went to Sizzler, and then they decided to come to the repast, and they had a good time
and
be with the family.
So it seems like the wife is the person with the common sense. It seems like the wife is the person with the common sense.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go. I thought so too.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
Yep. Yeah. So I was just like, okay. I didn't ask where's nothing. I was like, hey cousins, welcome, love you, kiss you, took pictures with you. We good. They all grown. They know if they're who they want to be with, but I know that how their daddy is, but I guess he didn't make them come with them. So I was like, okay, it's all good, and it is. I have nothing else. Just like
that, and that book says everything happens for a reason. There were some things that maybe you needed to see, so that after this was over, you knew what you needed to do.
Yep, you are absolutely right. Yep, cut them ties, because I don't live like that.
You leave them alone.
Yeah, my mama.
Her purpose, you leave it alone.
My mama wasn't like that, and she didn't raise kids that's like that. So where they getting that from, or how he is treating, and even the sister. If I put you in there now, because we ain't had no conversation. Like if you felt away, you should have called me, and as a woman, and said, "Let me call my cousin because I feel away." Not be stank when you see me, but you do what you want to do. I can't make nobody do nothing.
Look, y'all know y'all mama crazy.
Right.
Stop playing and acting like you don't know that woman crazy.
Right.
And take that phone out of her hand and tell her to sit down somewhere. Mama, now you need to stop.
Yep, exactly.
You need to stop, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
They need to say that to their mother.
Yep.
She going around now. She's sending messages to the cousin.
Right. She need to stop. Yeah. Take the phone. Pull the phone away from Mama.
Oh, Mama, stop.
Throw Mama from the train.
They ain't gonna have nobody here Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because we usually have it over here, but we ain't having it here. We going to my dad's side of the family.
So she too old to be so messy.
Yep, they're gonna figure it out.
She too old to be messy like that. At the old age, when you're getting closer to glory, that's when you start turning over your life and doing all the things right.
Right. Yep.
Honor your ass.
And even when we was at the wedding, I danced with my auntie. Like, I was like, let me go. She was over there dancing by herself. She was getting it on. She was doing her little groove, little steps. I said, let me go over here and dance with my auntie. That probably even made her more uptight because I was having a good old time. And I was like, let me go dance with my auntie. Went on over there and started dancing with her and everything. So, that, you guys want to keep that energy? Like, I done prayed. I done talked to my mom. I was like, you know what? I'm letting it go because I can't keep thinking about these thoughts, like having thoughts and stuff. I'm going to let it go because it's not my problem. I've done everything that I said that I was going to do.
What you did? What you did was you apologized to your aunt. That's what you did.
I did it.
And that's what you were supposed to do. So you know what, Margot? You're done.
I'm finished.
You're done. and you know what? If her son wants to take that mess every day and have it take space up in his head, allow him to do that. That's on him. You're done with it, sis.
Yeah. He can have
You're done with it. You did what you were supposed to do, and that was apologize.
Yep, and I've done that, and I have released it. I have released it.
Yeah, you gotta let that release that and let that go.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because it'll fester. It'll. I mean, it's not even what you should be focused on.
Right.
Absolutely.
To be quite honest with you, so just let that go. If you gotta walk away from them, do so.
I've already.
It's not worth it. It's really not worth it.
I've already have done it. I've done like I said. I didn't pray. And I had took a deep breath, and when I let that breath out, I felt it all come out like this.
That's
and
good.
I was like, all right,
That's what you want.
I'm cool. I'm good. Like I'm good. I'm not carrying it because I was carrying it, and it was like it ain't my burden to carry. You ain't did nothing.
You ain't did it.
You ain't did nothing but
Not
apologize.
to his ass anyway.
Yeah.
You didn't do nothing to him,
I didn't
so
do nothing to
F
you
him.
for you to be doing nothing to me. So it
And
is.
him.
And you know what they really need? Maybe they need to take their mom to the doctor and have her lay on somebody's couch for a minute.
Yeah.
Because
They all need to lay on the couch.
she bad with that phone, girl. She bad with that phone. They need to take that from her.
Yeah, she needs to have her consumer cellular phone taken away from her.
You stupid.
So she be
With a universal lifeline.
universal lifeline because I know she over there talk to chat because she be sending that long. Ain't nobody typing that much shit. You gotta be type to talk. Talk to type. That's what it is. Yeah. Ain't nobody sitting there. She like, and then if you think that la 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 la, she has to be
What did that woman do to her?
nothing. Not a dang thing.
That woman did
But
not
love your
nothing to her.
sister.
She was a cousin, and she went and was taking care of her cousin. Why is that so wrong, lady?
Right. She never said,
So-
I know you better, and she never said that. She never said
But here's my thing. You know what that leads me to believe with people?
What?
That leads me to believe that you didn't want anybody in your sister's corner.
Thank you.
If it wasn't you. If it wasn't you, then she shouldn't have anybody.
Right.
And that's even worse, that you would have somebody want to think that.
Yep.
So I don't think people understand the implications of what they say and how they act. Because your actual tone is a lot worse than probably what you want to be remembered for.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that.
That's
Yeah.
going to be her legacy for me. That you crazy.
That you really didn't want, because had it not been for my cousin and my husband and my kids, where would I have been?
Thank you.
Right.
Sitting somewhere waiting on you.
Waiting on y'all. Your
Your ass
family.
wasn't here.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
And neither were your kids.
Your kid, your kids, nobody. They didn't come over here. Now, they definitely didn't come over here. You started mess when you found out she was in the hospital. That's when you decided to pop in and say, "Oh, you sent my mama a message." Yeah, 5 months ago. The fuck? 5 months
Now,
ago?
What were you going to say, Patrice?
Oh yeah.
You going to tell us a story.
So let's end with something funny,
Okay.
because that shit is dark. That shit is dark. So I have this friend, right? And I ran into him at Costco, and he was upset because he had gone to a class, and he was looking for an apprentice, and the apprentice was teaching the class, and so he was at the class to observe the apprentice. The apprentice wrote on the board, "I was selling drugs." I was sailing drugs, SAILING. So my friend was really pissed about that because he was like, he can't spell, and so he was going in. And so I was talking to my friend, and I was like, well, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I don't. When people misuse words like that, I don't necessarily think they can't spell. I just don't think they recognize the difference between the two words, right? Because sailing is sailing a boat, and selling is selling. But if your brain ain't connecting, it'll confuse the two words, right? So I said, but he used it in the correct. I was trying to be light, like he used it in the correct tense, though. He was like, well, how you gonna be my apprentice and you can't spell? That means you can't talk, and blah blah blah. So 5 or 6 minutes later, as we're talking, I said, what are you here for? He was like, oh, I came to get a road to seer. And I was like, a what? He was like, a road to seer. I was like, oh, it doesn't matter. I said, oh, okay.
Wait, say that one more time, Patrice. He can't.
Margot, don't laugh.
I know,
A
Margot.
road to seer. A road to see her. He was there to get a road to see her. So we're walking through. Mary.
I'm trying to figure it out. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
So I'm thinking he means tools. So I was like, well, you want to go to the tool department? I said, I need to go back here to the food department. He was like, well, no, let's go back there to the food department. So I walked back. You know, in Costco, how you walk back near the meat department.
Right.
So I walked back to the meat department. I walk over. I grab a rotisserie chicken.
Okay.
He was like, yeah, give me the rotisserie. I was like, the what? He was like, the rotisserie. I said, wait a minute, say that shit again. He said, the rotisserie. I said, you stupid rotisserie.
What?
Oh my God. He had some nerve.
He had the nerve. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not even finished.
Oh,
so
God.
he said, that's not how you say that. It's rotisserie. I said, first of all, there's no D in that word. That's first of all. Number two, it is not 3 words. It is 1 word, rotisserie. Actually, 4. I was like, dude, you have no business talking that somebody can't spell. You do not see a D. And wait a minute. He got so belligerent with me.
Oh my God.
He was challenging me on how to say the word.
Oh my God.
And I was like, it don't matter how, because he gonna say say it with me. Rotisserie. I said, with me, you are stupid. Right? I said, that's not how you say that word. So there's this black lady, she walks up, she grabs some chicken, she starts busting up when I said,
she heard the conversation?
She heard, I said, say that shit again. Say that again. She's like, I said, no, say it again so I can say it. He was like, roll to see. So I was like, my brain couldn't even compute how he was saying it. I was having a hard time converting that word to his pronunciation. And I was like, okay, so wait a minute. Let me sound this out. And so I kept saying rotisserie. He was like, no, that's not how you say it.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, stop. Roll, like R-O-A-D. He was like, yeah.
But you see it don't spell like that right now.
Wait a minute. Roll he's like T-E. Sear, S-E-A-R. He was like, yeah. I said, you mean roll sear? I said, because you're saying roll 2. T-E is not 2, boo. It's K. I was like, where are you getting this?
Oh my God. No.
Mom, I had Costco in the back laughing.
Oh my God.
You know,
they had a dictionary app.
Right. Like just say it in there.
Mary, it gets better. I pulled out Google and I said rotisserie. And you know how you can press the microphone and it'll say the word.
Yeah.
Right, it'll say the word for you.
Girl, he still would not
He didn't believe
say that word correctly.
Where has he ever heard that word?
Roll to sear.
Where have he ever heard that?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So you know I had to be petty. So I'm out. And I'm sitting there because he's mad. He yanks the chicken out of my hand and walks off, right? And so he never comes back. And so me and the girl were back there laughing about it. She said, I wanted to die when you said, you stupid motherfucker. She said, I almost popped an artery. She was like, so I went out to my car because he was mad. He left, right? I said, yo, I said, what you gonna make with that rotisserie chicken? You gonna make some tacos? You gonna make some tacos? Is what I said. T-A-K-C.
You gonna make some tacos. Okay.
Dang, he was hot, huh?
Yeah, he was mad.
Well, he was 38 mad. He sent me a text. I can't believe you tried to insult me in front of other people. No, boo, you insulted yourself. I had nothing to do with that. He was like, you tried to insult me. That's not how you do it, man. And
oh, yeah, he's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Vote to see it. So every time, there's a couple of words that I always mispronounce because someone has mispronounced them.
Mm-hmm.
Like chipotado.
What's a chipotado?
Margot, you remember chipotado?
Oh, Chipotle.
Chipotle.
She said that. I'm trying to figure out, okay, where's she trying to go with this? What is she trying to say? I couldn't
The chipotado is Chipotle because somebody has had the audacity. But here's my thing. We are all human. Sure, I mispronounce words at times.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I damn sure, and I don't know if it's maybe we don't like to be corrected. We don't like to be told we're wrong. I don't know what this common thing is these days, but people do not like to be told they're doing something incorrectly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, some people don't.
And they see it as an insult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And I'm just baffled because they will stand 10 toes down in their conviction and then say it was the devil, which there wasn't no devil. Mm-hmm. But I don't understand this conviction that this thing that people stand on. And it kind of goes back to, even your cousin, like you really thought you were right in your conviction.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I'm always baffled by behavior like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because there's no room to be human. There's no room for error. There's no room for connection and correction.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, we're not robots here. We're not all-knowing. Hell, if we was all-knowing, we wouldn't even be here.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. So what is the human connect that we do? Because this is what we're grooming ourselves into, and it's like a disease.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad.
Have y'all ever heard of to-goes?
I know where you're going now. I know where you're going. Togos?
Yeah.
To-goes. Crystallis. And my thing, here's my thing. Again, we're all human. It becomes funny to me, and it becomes offensive to me when you are like, no, you're wrong, even though the dictionary says that you're wrong. The English language, and that's the thing. I think sometimes in our culture, people think the English language changes from person to person. No, it doesn't change from person to person. The English language is the English language.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the ability to pronounce that word, and that's okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But don't make it an excuse. Right. Just say, I can't say that little red pasta dinner
spaghetti
that people have. I cannot say that word to save my life.
You can't say spaghetti?
To say spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Yeah.
Spaghetti.
My sister used to say pescetti.
Pescetti. Yeah, so got the S. So, and that's okay. Right. Like, own your shit and let's keep it pushing.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. You don't have to be perfect.
Right.
But I don't know where he got a D and a TE and an SEAR, because that word is a lot longer than that, by the way.
Right.
And I was just like, so I had to end. That shit was funny. Yeah. And I just wanted to end on a light note.
Yeah.
We always talk about people who cannot pronounce words and cannot, but to actually hear it in live, real, living color, you just be like, what the hell did you just say?
Right.
Just say.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I do want to say that I don't know if y'all watched it, but Lunel had her comedy special on Netflix.
Well, listen, can I just say something?
Yeah.
I love that outfit. Ooh,
Yes.
that outfit was gorgeous. The color, everything. That outfit was gorgeous. She looked beautiful.
She looked beautiful.
But Margot,
huh?
I blinked and it was off.
She only had 30 minutes.
I'm like, what in the world?
I was so mad.
And then she was like, she talked about the airplane.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay. But it seemed like the airplane was the whole joke.
Yeah.
And when I blinked my eyes, she was up there giving props to Oakland. And I'm like, okay, why is she up? Why is she up now? What's going on? Girl, the show was over.
They only gave her 30 minutes. They should have gave her an hour.
What's happening?
They should have gave. I was mad about the 30 minutes because when we went to go see her at the Ice House, it was longer than that, and she had like a whole lot of other stuff. But she did do the airplane when we went to the Ice House. But yeah, I wanted more. They gypped her without 30 minutes.
I know I didn't doze off.
They gypped her. They gypped her, but it was funny. I thought she was hilarious.
It was funny,
and yeah, I think she did way better than Monique. And y'all know Monique is one of my.
I couldn't even finish Monique's show. Huh?
Monique. I was like, I was mad. I need for her to do another show, and they gave her a whole hour. They should have gave Lunel an hour. Mm-hmm. She got a residency in Las Vegas. You know she could do an hour. 30 minutes ain't shit to her.
Oh, she got a residency there?
Yeah, in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Starting when?
Been for the past, I think, 2 years and going.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't know that either.
The Jimmy Kimmel.
They ain't advertising it too much.
No, at the Jimmy Kimmel comedy, he has a whole comedy thing out there. She's the only female comedian out there, female black comedian. So yeah, she's on the billboards and everything. She doing it big out there. She got a show, I think it's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Okay.
Yep. Wow. All right, y'all. Our little short show turned into a long hour and 30 minutes.
Listen, so I'll give you a text next week, okay?
Okay.
See what your schedule looking like.
Okay, that'll work. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back next week. Peace out.
Guys, be safe. Have a great weekend.
Bye.